Maddie, can we gossip at the end?
Yeah.
We have to do a
Change-isode.
like a mid. Actually, we should do a last episode.
What do you mean?
Like
What?
a recap of the trip.
Sure. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast After Hours.
After dark.
Patreon only.
Yeah.
I was so not ready. Dang.
No one's gotta know.
I was so playing the
No one's gotta know.
So we are in Colorado right now. This is
Yes.
October when we're filming this, but you guys will probably see this in like early 2024. You'll probably be seeing this.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, this is
This will be March,
Yeah.
maybe.
You mean mid-early? Or you said mid-early?
Well,
mid early.
it's mid-early. It's going to be like March.
What do you guys talk about on the Patreon?
we
This is
don't.
the
We,
first
This is our
thing.
first
This will be the
Patreon
first thing.
episode. I don't know.
You get early episodes.
so
That's
we
cool.
just filmed 12 episodes in the past 72 hours.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We were blazing through.
Because Maddie is
Was
a
anybody else struggling or was it
taskmaster.
just me?
It was me. I was getting really tired
At
towards the
night,
end.
I was so.
The last 4 episodes I was asleep.
I know you were.
And I was just saying words.
It was like the last 3 for me. And I was like,
It's like when you're like running a marathon and you're like right there, and it's just like
It's so
Yeah.
I don't want to give any money.
yeah.
I mean, I've never ran a marathon. I never will.
Oh, run the mile in high school.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I walked the last half of it.
Something
every
you
time.
can relate to.
and even then, you didn't
More
want to keep
personal.
walking.
More personal.
Yeah.
So this is actually just a podcast where we talk about our trip. So there's gonna be no stories today. It's just actually a real podcast.
I love that.
Oh.
I mean, without the Reddit stories. So it's a
Yeah.
different type of podcast.
Actually, I do have a story.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Am I the asshole for continuing to drive in the middle of a White House store?
Oh my God. So should
Leaving
we,
my cousin
should we
and
just
the rest
start
of the
from the
friends
beginning?
behind.
Oh, we gotta start from the beginning.
I, male 33.
Sam, are you 33?
We literally talked about this an hour ago.
I feel like
How
it really
we-
was an hour ago,
we had
Sadia.
10
Oh
year-
my
10 year
God.
diff-
Okay, I didn't think you meant literally. I'm sorry. I don't know why I
What?
didn't take that at face value. I'm sorry.
So it's the third time we're talking about it.
Okay, 33. Nah, I got it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Maddie, and I'm here with.
Brandon,
Sam.
SJ,
Why did you say it like that, Sam?
you sound really sad.
Because this is the last episode here.
Well, I mean, we'll have more episodes to shoot.
This has been the greatest week of my life. And I don't want it to end.
Can I just say something? You made a great belt this morning.
A fantastic
Or should I say bell?
belt.
You had a bell. You had a belt.
yeah, I had a belt.
I had
You
a belt.
I had a belt.
And what does a bell
A belt
stand for?
A bell, which I don't know why anyone would do it, is bacon, egg, and lettuce. A belt is bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato. So shout out to all my tomato girlies out there. Tomatoes make the world go round.
I just like a, I just like a
Period
BL.
poo.
I just like a BL,
yeah.
but he added an egg into it and made it different.
Eggs make everything better. Ramen, throw an egg in there.
Yep.
It's
Honestly, I do
transformative.
agree with that. Okay.
Come on, eggs.
What would you say is your favorite shoot that we've done here?
My favorite one? Mm-hmm. The cousin cast. You ain't gonna get me slipping.
I'll
The
say
cousin's Gill, baby.
I was
Stab,
filming.
stab.
So doing it, I think I like doing it with Brandon, but filming, I liked watching the Cousins cast. I think
Cousins
that's going to
cast
be
is
a good
good.
episode.
Yeah.
I think my favorite act out was the celery.
We knew you were going to say
Everyone
that.
loves the
No,
celery.
wait. Either the celery or the boss keep repeatedly getting shot in the head.
Yeah.
Where you were the well.
Paintball.
I have a mind of my own. and I
That
don't
somehow
think that,
became sentient.
Everybody's so creative.
Actually, there was something about writing the name on the kidney and then having to give the kidney. That was something special to me. That's like,
I was like, I don't know how far it's going, but
transcended.
the house, no, the kidney.
Yeah, the ki-
You owe all this
Yeah.
stuff.
family
You know,
lineage.
Like I said, there always comes a point where I get to the point where I'm like, everybody's so creative.
Right.
In a skit every single time.
Because celery wouldn't Sully wouldn't let it slide.
Sully wouldn't be there. But it's all Brandon. It all starts from the coat.
Something,
It all
anything
starts from the
inanimate.
sentient coat, and
Yeah.
that's where he's going crazy.
But I feel like Sam has like the best act outs though. I feel like he really outshines us.
He really
like this next
dedicates-
story.
Oh,
You hit the button, okay? You did that. You hit the button. Go ahead.
But I seriously do think you're like the best one to do the act outs.
That's because literally all I listen to is improv podcasts. So I'm like, I'm doing those things.
Everybody's really good, but I feel like you make it something that people want to listen to, like cutting out your own kidney. He did that live
That,
on air.
and I did lose a lot of blood.
He's been in the hospital for 2 days and now he's back.
But I
It's
care about this podcast. I absolutely care about it.
Could you imagine? Just you genuinely just like,
Would you guys would you stay in the story?
no.
Or you're like, Sam, you need to sound like,
Where did he get
it's
a
for
knife?
the act out.
Where did he get a knife sharp enough to just?
Yeah, none of these knives are sharp at all. They suck.
oh my God. Okay,
Would
well,
you commit like a crime, like robbing a bank?
I've already committed crimes for this podcast. But I guess Maddie hopefully will cut that out. But several crimes I have committed.
which
I'll do them
ones?
Again.
Hey, we've all done
Here
a time or two.
or three.
Caught. I'm kidding. This was on camera. You're going to the police. I'm arresting all of you for.
So you were waiting
Citizens
for
arrest?
Smart. My cousin's smart.
you were waiting for us to
Citizens
pick on
arrest.
something, is what
Yeah,
you're telling me?
yeah.
Well, good thing I didn't say anything about the murder. So anyway, am I the asshole for outshining the bride?
Steph, you got that?
Yes. Yes.
Got that? Okay.
Yes.
What?
What kind of question is that?
I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for outshining the bride?
Oh. Oh, it's like another early story. The dress, where she was like, "Am I outshining the?" She was wearing like a white dress, and we found the picture. We're like, "Yes, you are crazy for wearing that." It was basically a wedding dress at the wedding. Like, you're evil for that.
And she's like, "What? I like to dress up."
It's just
It's
like,
like,
the way she described it too is not what it was either. She's like, "Yeah, it's just like a strappy."
It's
dress."
like beige, I think.
Yeah.
I'd say it's beige.
Like, that's a straight up wedding dress.
Okay. So I, 27 female, am a black African-American woman. I'm living and working in Germany for a fixed period on secondment. While here, I became quite friendly with a colleague, 60 female, and she invited me to her daughter's wedding. I was excited as I'd never been to a white wedding. I asked if there was...
They're very different.
White wedding. I asked if there was a dress code / color scheme to adhere to since it wasn't specified on the invite. I was told the code is dress to impress. Okay, bet. Day of the wedding, I understand the assignment. I wear my traditional wear, which is really beautiful and obviously not German. The garment is green, so no problem there. Or so I thought. I get a lot of questions and compliments at the wedding, which I genuinely downplay because it's not my day. My colleague seems colder than usual, but I pay it no mind.
Just furious, fuming.
Since she's the mother of the bride and could be preoccupied. The bride is downright rude to me, but again, I give her grace. I congratulate her and thank her for including me, and I get a tight response. I keep to the edges of the room as the music isn't really my vibe, and I'm just observing how European weddings work. I leave around 8 after 5 hours and go home before the wedding finishes. Monday, I walk into whispers in the office, people acting strangely and more reserved than usual, and an office friend pulls me aside and fills me in. Bride's mother is fuming. My outfit was too extravagant, over the top, and inappropriate. I drew attention from the bride and commanded the room. I was rude and disrespectful. She told people all about it, apparently. I approached mother of the bride and asked to speak to her, but she says she has nothing to say to me. I asked why she has everything to say to everyone else, but not to me. And she calls me an insolent child. I explain to anyone who scolds me that it was my first white wedding. I specifically asked what to wear and followed the guidelines. Where I'm from, there's no such thing as outshining the bride. Weddings are a fashion show and a chance to wear your best and brightest clothes. They told me this isn't Africa, which was racially coded, and people here have manners. I laughed and told that person to go to hell. So she's telling people I lack remorse for my behavior. I'm wondering if I'm the asshole here, though. And then she gives a quick feedback. Some of y'all are pressed about the white wedding part. It literally means it's the first wedding I've been to where the bride, groom, and wedding party are white. It's really not that deep. I don't think she's the asshole for doing that.
White people taco night. Have you guys heard of that?
Yes, sorry. No, sorry. I've heard of it.
Oh,
I've participated in it. And now I'm embarrassed of my tacos.
You know, I
Don't
think
ever
it's
be embarrassed of
your chicken tacos are way too fire to be
Don't
embarrassed
ever
about.
be embarrassed about that.
But it's definitely white people tacos. And
yeah,
They're
you know.
gas.
they're still good.
yeah, but they're white
Just
people.
like Taco Bell isn't Mexican, but it's
True.
good.
Well,
It is.
okay. Hold on.
She doesn't think Taco Bell's good, which I think is.
You're whack.
It's always the most simple insults that are just like, that kind of hurt.
Whack is cutting.
whack cuts.
That's a cutting remark.
I'm
You ever had a
sorry.
kid call you mean?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
I haven't had it done to me. I saw someone, and the kid was like, "You're mean." I'll tell you who it is later. But I was just like watching. I was like, God, that hurt me. And he's just like, all right, we can work past it. I'm like, no, you can't. That's the most highest insult he knew,
done.
and ew.
Okay,
yeah.
back to the story.
Yeah, back to that story.
The,
My bad.
if I remember correctly, the invitation said "dress to impress."
Yes.
It's hard because it's like cross-cultural.
Yeah.
Right.
She lives where?
She's American.
Germany. She's American. Lives in Germany.
Yeah. So that's hard. Like when you like, she explicitly asked, "What am I supposed to wear?" The invitation said "dress to impress." Clearly, American dress to impress is not the same as like German European dress to impress. Especially when you add black women on top of that. They automatically add an extra little spritzel shimmer
That's crystal.
that I just love. But yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think in this situation, I don't think that she's the asshole.
No, and she was catching heat from literally everybody for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
And even at the office, it was becoming racial at a certain point. Saying,
Yeah, that comment
Wow.
off the wall.
Because it seems like, just from how people were like looking at her and stuff, she seems attractive.
she's
So
probably beautiful.
She was probably getting punished for looking like amazing and outshining the bride. My rule is like, you just can't wear white. I think that's really the only
Yeah.
rule to me.
Yeah.
You can't fault anyone. Like, a woman in a dress is going to be beautiful. It's even if she's not in a wedding dress, she's in a normal dress wearing, like, there's going to be beautiful women in dresses. Is that outshining the bride? Like, what if the bride's ugly?
And the
Like,
dress is
bride,
not
try
good.
Yeah.
harder
Yeah,
at that
you're
point,
like-
you know?
The dress is a bed sheet.
Yeah, if you picked a bad dress and you look bad in it, that's not my fault that I look good in my green dress. I look
You
like-
told me to dress to impress.
exactly.
Somebody mentioned in the comments too, they're like, why are you inviting all your coworkers to your daughter's wedding?
That is
Yeah.
interesting.
That was strange. I was gonna say, yeah, it's just a collision of culture. It was fine. Like nobody was wrong until it became racial.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when it was like, okay, there's a turning point in the story. The person inviting the coworker, that's where they were wrong, and that's it. But like everything else beforehand, yeah,
It was
Yeah.
like
fine.
dress to impress. It's just that's it.
Because you could be mad if you were kind of like, congratulations on your wedding. You're like, what? They're like, you're obviously the bride, right? You're like, no, I'm just here.
That would be a problem.
That's a problem. But I'm like, none of that happened. She
Yeah.
just looked good, and they were mad that she looked good.
I wonder. Okay, have you guys ever been to a wedding where someone outshines the bride?
I personally
No.
haven't.
Because I think maybe it's just the American traditional wedding, but I feel like there's no room for somebody to outshine the bride. Because it's like you're sitting in there before the whole ceremony happens. The bride comes in, everybody stands up and turns back. No one's looking at that one person that's like in a Gucci dress or something like that. They're all looking at the bride and they
Right.
watch. Like the whole ceremony is literally geared towards what the bride and groom are doing. There's no room for
Right.
someone to outshine. But I don't know. Maybe that's just my perspective. I've never been in a wedding where someone's like really out there.
Yeah.
You've never been to a wedding that Kaylani was also a guest of either. So you don't know. If,
Yeah, that's vastly different.
Yeah.
Because she just being alive would outshine.
Yeah, just being in the room, you're like, I feel like she's outshining the
You're like,
bride. She's
I'm
in
sorry, but
sweatpants.
Literally outshining the bride right now.
I can't invite you to my wedding, Kalani. I love you.
I can't.
You can't be there.
You can't be.
I'm sorry.
We're best friends. You can't be at my wedding.
Or Jaden Smith. You guys remember that? Where he wore like a white Batman suit to a wedding
What?
and sat in the front row.
I,
my
I-
gosh.
oh
Do
my
you know whose wedding it was?
God.
I can't remember
He's
whose
a
wedding it was.
monster.
But he was just up there like just sitting in the front row.
He is his mother's son, for sure.
Man's just toxic
Oh,
for no
man,
reason.
that's crazy.
Like a bully. Like this next story. Wow.
I have to look up
Saucity
this
is searching, but toxic.
I'm sorry.
Bully.
I wasn't fast enough.
alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
Oh.
Alley-oop.
So this one is from r/petty revenge. I pretended to be a recruiter to troll a former workplace bully. Is that too much work?
That seems like a lot of work.
Is that a lot of energy for somebody who you don't like and doesn't like you?
A workplace bully? Okay.
A workplace bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see White Batman.
I think it's going to be fun, but I do think it's more energy.
Whoa.
Somebody's wedding.
I can't with that.
I would be a hot tamale.
That is, you can get mad about that.
It was Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
No! Okay, no.
Okay, I
no,
feel like
no,
I've heard about that then, yeah.
He's in the front row.
With the mask and everything.
Oh, he's a monster.
Wow.
But I feel like
I like
that's
how
the
you see how
only
Kanye
wedding-
West is looking at him?
Is he
Is he
happy?
looking at him?
Is he mad or is he happy?
Yeah, he's just like,
He's like
Or
kind
is
of
he
like,
is that fashion?
that's fashion.
Kanye's like, that's fashion.
That's my muse.
Yeah.
That's kind of fashion.
Yeah.
he's like, I rock with that.
I love it.
So I pretended to be a recruiter to troll a former workplace bully. A few months ago, I landed a job as a customer service rep at a company, let's call it ABC company, and there was this colleague, let's call her Karen. Even though we were on the same level, she liked to think of herself as my boss and would constantly micromanage me, making up stupid rules and force me to follow them, etc. One day, I finally couldn't stand her and called her out on her behavior. She got upset and went to complain to the manager, and then to the manager, who then stepped in to resolve the conflict. I could tell the manager was on her side, but pretended to act fair and unbiased. Ever since this incident, Karen would occasionally throw shade at me, being passive aggressive at me, and pass work that was supposed to be hers to me. Basically, she'd do all these little things just to annoy me and make my working days unpleasant. Despite me trying to ignore her, she keeps coming at me because she knew her friends and the management would side with her. And then one day, she supposedly found an excuse to cause another huge drama, and the manager sided with her again. I couldn't take it anymore, and I quit on the spot. After about 2 weeks, I was still pretty angry about how she ruined my job. I decided to at least do something to take revenge. In where I live, recruiters and HR would often approach job applicants or individuals open to working via WhatsApp. And because based on Karen's LinkedIn profile showing she's open to work and that I have her phone number, I decided to approach her by pretending to be a recruiter using a second phone number that I have. I approached Karen with this fake identity and told her that we are hiring customer service rep position. I made up a job description that was similar to her current job, but with slightly better compensation and benefits. Once she said she was interested, I then gave her a job application form and some customer service writing test that I created to make it more believable. Also, with her job application form, I now have more of her personal information that I might be able to use in the future. After that, I scheduled an online interview with her for the day after tomorrow. When the day of the interview arrived, I texted her about an hour before the interview saying that upon a background check, we found that she had been engaging in workplace bullying and harassment, so we are not moving forward with her application. Obviously, she was baffled and went, "What?" I didn't reply. She then said, "This is nonsense. I'm going to check with them." Again, I didn't reply because she's the type of person where the more you talk to her, the more she's going to come back at you. She likes arguing, and the best way to annoy her is to ignore her so that she doesn't have a channel to vent. And I could already tell she was fuming. Whether she asked her manager or not, that's still a win for me. If she asked, then her manager will know she's thinking about resigning, which will create an awkward situation. And if she doesn't ask, then she's going to feel embarrassed about that someone out there knows of her toxic behavior and that she has no way to defend herself. Initially, I wanted to make this pro-revenge by taking it a step further by actually interviewing her and then offering her this fake job, making her resign from her current job,
Oh my God.
and finally telling her that we are rescinding the offer because of the background check. But then I thought it would be quite hard to find someone else to interview her since she's recognized
the
my
reason.
voice. Also, I was worrying that falsifying an offer letter would put me at risk of a lawsuit. So ultimately, I decided to just take the small victory with a fake background check. This seems like it's like too much to
You're
me.
sick. You're sick. You are a sick man.
I mean, I guess the compromise is like okay because it's like you still put way too much energy that I would have put into it.
That is when he said, "Oh yeah, she gave me. I learned more information about her that I could
can
use
use
for
later?
later." That sounds really creepy.
And what'd she do to him? Just be snarky?
Give extra work,
Oh, give
be
extra
snarky, act like the boss when they're on the same level, and then management would always
That
side with
seems
her.
like a lot.
That does
That's
seem
a
like
lot.
That's too much. That's something you would see in like a Netflix movie.
Yeah, like that seems really dramatic.
That's a Joe move.
What was the thing that
From
this
you?
was on?
Petty revenge.
No, Joe
I think that's
Willie
past
went through it.
petty.
That's kind of like
That's too
Would
much.
ended up dead
Yeah,
after.
they would be gone.
It would die in the interview.
You do say Netflix movie though. I feel like this would be on a Netflix movie, but it's like a romance.
No.
But the main character is doing this, and
They're
then the
playing it
romantic
nice.
partner is
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, you're crazy. You need to like fix this and you know go apologize to this person that you wronged." And then it's like, oh, they realized what they did was too much.
yeah.
But this
But they
person,
forgive them anyway, and they're like, I guess, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
But when you think about what they did, you're like, no, that is actually like a sociopath.
diabolical.
Yes.
No,
That's
that is
evil what they did.
Yeah.
That's a sick person.
And everybody on Reddit was like, cool.
No,
Nice job.
really?
Nobody was really saying anything crazy. It's like a normal Reddit comment where they're like, yeah, good job for getting back at him. You know, I don't know. But it wasn't like, this is too much.
I think it's just the potential of the fact that he could have.
Yeah, knowing what he wanted to do.
What
Yeah.
he wanted to do is like, I would have read that and been like, yeah, no, you're
That was
you're
kind of
actually
diabolical.
a bad person.
Yeah, if he had said like, I was going to do this, but I'm like, that's too far. I think that's too much. That's different than him saying, oh, I just couldn't find a person to like step in.
Yeah,
the
like,
I was scared of the legal thing.
there
like,
was
it
no
was
way I was gonna be able to pull it
I wanted
off.
to do it. That's when I'm like, this guy's not good.
Just get a new job, maybe, if it's that bad. Or
If he could have done it, he would have done it.
I feel like he would have, absolutely.
Yikes.
If he knew how to falsify all that, he would have done it.
that's
Scary.
amazing.
And I love petty stuff, but this is not
It's
petty.
too much.
This is not
It's
petty.
like past petty.
Yeah.
It's like obsessive. Obsessive
Yeah.
revenge. Because it's
Is
like,
that a subreddit?
It's
imagine.
Let's get on there.
I think it's pro revenge.
Oh, really?
Because when we were doing the Cousins cast, I was trying to find something, but I saw pro revenge, but you had already found all the stories.
Oh.
But there was one, I can't even remember. It was something I was like, by the title alone, I was like, yeah, these people are not good. I think it was something like fake STD or something.
oh
Made-
my
Made someone
gosh.
think they had an STD, but I didn't get to read it.
That person needs to be the most horrible person in the world for that to even be like, okay,
Let's do it.
Yeah, fake
That's-
STD.
they need to be a horrible person for you to do that to them. That's too much.
Yeah. Pro revenge is, I don't know if I want to read it.
Let's get on there.
That-
Like we need to get on there. Let's see what's
He's saying no though.
Oh,
But you're saying yes. But he's saying, I
Sam
think
was
he's saying
saying
no.
It's like
Get on
even
there
here,
immediately.
even here, we're like petty revenge. Like some of the stuff is kind of heinous. Like this is
No,
crazy.
looking through petty revenge, some of it, I'm like, this is revenge.
It's either
I
like
think it's
not.
very light on petty revenge.
Yeah, it's either not enough or like okay, that's not petty.
Yeah.
This is a crime. Like my neighbor threw some stuff in my trash can, so I killed him. And you're like,
No, wow.
that's petty revenge to you?
He's like, well,
My boss called me a bad word, so I gave him an arson charge.
so I put arsenic in his sandwich.
You're like, that is too far. And they're like, am I right, guys?
I was
Read
like,
it
Maddie,
right?
what are you looking scared for a second?
You can't call me an a-hole because it's not that subreddit.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
revenge.
you can't say I'm the asshole.
Come on, guys. We're acting like third graders. Like this next story.
Maddie, you're so lame for that.
I pressed the wrong button. I did this. I did this. I pressed the wrong. I was in between. I did this. I was like,
Oh,
But maybe if it stays, it stays, you know?
it stays. If it's up, it's stuck.
So this one is, today I fucked up by knocking a third grader's teeth out.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I guess they can grow back new ones, but
No, let's hope.
dang.
Let's hope,
You're 40
you know?
years old and you knocked your third grade. You can't
Why
do
you
that.
make her just?
Yeah. It was good too. You knocked him clean out.
Best hit you ever landed.
Yeah. On a third grade.
I work as a camp counselor for the
Yeah,
YMCA.
too old. Already too old.
And every group leader has a walkie, so we could talk to other group leaders to know where everyone is. Of course, the radio I was given had a broken antenna, but I had no clue. It easily would just pull off and on, but I hadn't touched it, so I didn't know that. Well, around lunch, this third grader named Hunter was standing around about 6 feet away from me, minding his own business. When he looked at me and pretending to throw a baseball, I saw him do it, and I turned into a batter's stance, and I swung my radio by the antenna as hard as I could, as if I was swinging a bat. Well, the radio flew off the antenna straight towards Hunter and knocked his 2 front teeth out. Not only did his teeth come out, but since it hit him square, they shot right down his throat.
Oh,
One of them he coughed up, but the other one went down all the way. I had to file an accident report and explain to my boss and Hunter's parents what happened. His mom was so angry and upset with me, she almost wanted to press charges. His dad told me that he wasn't too upset, and that's one less tooth he has to buy back as the tooth fairy. All in all, it wasn't too bad, but I absolutely destroyed that kid's teeth, and I pissed off my boss and the kid's mom.
oh no.
You got fired, right?
No.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure for Christmas, all he'll want for Christmas is his 2 front teeth. So
Very good.
that's really
Very good.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you.
Cousins.
Where's the energy at, Sam?
It's there.
No, it wasn't.
That's for Sadia. Because that was a good one. And then this is for your cousin. I'm telling you right now so you can be prepared. This is for your cousin right now, Sam.
Cousins.
That's it? Okay. I mean, that's your cousin, so.
We don't gotta worry about it, Maddie. Whatever. We carry anyway.
I mean, you said it.
Would you leave me in my bedroom?
That's what I'm talking about,
There's a
Sam.
meeting. Don't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so am I the asshole for barring my husband from the bedroom tonight?
That was 2 different
Wait.
stories. For burying my husband.
Okay, say it one more time.
Barring, like she's banning him from the bedroom tonight.
Oh, I mean, if it's warranted.
Got
go
a little
ahead.
fight.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Unless you're like, I'm barring you because I'm sleeping with another man.
Ban and
I don't want
barred.
you guys
Because
to
there's
meet
a
up.
meeting in my bedroom and you're not a part of the meeting.
Closed meeting.
Closed meeting.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Closed door.
Yeah, did you get the Outlook invite? I didn't think so.
No, you didn't.
You didn't.
You got it on Zoom.
You got it
Just
on
like the
Zoom.
rest of the OnlyFans.
Only
Dang.
veggies.
Only
Only
veggies.
veggies.
Celery likes only veggies. Celery makes all his money on only veggies.
Dang, okay.
Only veggies really makes me think of Veggie Tales.
But like
that.
but
And
like
there-
not Christian.
If VeggieTales made something right now, there would definitely be only veggies.
And I hate that.
They
It's like if
definitely would
Only
do that.
Tails and Veggies did Only Tails,
Veggie Tales.
Veggie Tales.
I'm like, what's Only Tails? That's all butts all the time.
It was like if Veggie Tales and Big Mouth did like a collab.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%
my
that is exactly what it is.
That's what
That's
that'd be.
what
That's
Only
exactly what
Veggies
it
is.
So
Wasn't there a show like that? No, it was a movie.
no, it was Sausage
Sa-
Party.
Yeah, Sausage
Oh,
Party.
Sausage Party.
Sausage Party was really crazy.
It was
That
wild.
was
It was a
almost
lot.
too much. It was too much.
I remember watching that in the theater and I was like
I'm clapping. I'm like, this is the greatest.
like 17 years old, just like
It was actually
I
embarrassing.
remember you told me
watching
about that too. You're like, it's
Like-
traumatizing. And I was like,
I was
It
like
kinda
it's-
was.
It was
I
too
don't think
much.
it was
It was
bad,
too
bad.
much.
No, it was kind of like
It was too much. It was very desensitizing.
Yeah.
I guess it was desensitizing.
Sam's just down for anything.
I
He's
know.
like, Hell yeah.
Sam's like, I've been a part of it for a long time, so I've seen it.
Yeah, sausage party. That's what that Korean spa was. It was a sausage party.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
There was a lot of sausage.
So, am I the asshole for barring my husband from the bedroom tonight? So, here's the situation. Me, nurse, working 50-ish hours a week in pediatric ICU. Cry at least once a week because that shit is hard. My salary pays our bills, all of them. Husband, 25 male, has a degree but isn't looking for a job. Working 2 days a week at the grocery store, spends most of his time playing, LOL. By the way, all events here are in accordance with COVID legislation.
Okay.
Shout out to when that was a period of time. Today was supposed to be a good day. I had been begging my husband to swap his Saturday shift to literally anything else so that we could have days off together. We haven't had a weekend together since our wedding 18 months ago.
Wow.
Ooh.
Today was supposed to be our first Saturday off together. We were going to an animal sanctuary. He starts his day by going to breakfast with his best mate, leaving before I even wake up. I wake up around 9 and realize he's not home. Call. He says he's helping his mate set up some lights and that the weather is too rainy for the animal sanctuary anyway. He gets home at 1, lies around, plays some video games, promises we cook dinner tonight together. Leaves again at 5 to help the same mate with something else. I go grocery shopping. I don't drive because of medical issues, but I walk there and back in the rain. I get home, realize I left my keys inside, call husband knowing he's 5 minutes away. He says he'll leave in a minute. I sit in the rain and the cold, southern hemisphere. 45 minutes later, I call him. He hasn't left yet. He finally agrees to come and lets me in the house. So he drives up, presses the clicker to let me in the garage, and leaves again. At 10, I called to see where he is. His friend answers, saying that he's driving out to do something an hour away. It's 10:30. I'm going to bed. I have sent him a text that I am upset and don't want to speak to him tonight and would rather he left me alone. As far as I'm concerned, he can't value me more than his best mate on the first day off he and I have shared together in a year and a half. He can go sleep in his bed. By the way, his friend doesn't work, so they hang out all the time when I'm at work. He's going to be upset, and he's going to tell his mate that I'm being a bitch. Am I the asshole? And then there's like some info added at the end, but nothing really.
We got a Carl situation,
Oh no, we're out of Carl spray.
man. We didn't bring the Carl spray.
Oh, shoot.
Is he in love with the best
He's
mate?
in love.
Yeah.
That's what the Carl thing means. We got to explain it because I don't think Sadia was
Yeah,
there.
Oh, I thought we.
It was with Josh.
That was Josh. Well, there was a story where a guy, his wife had died, right?
Yeah.
Carl's wife had died, and so he was sad, and he was talking to his best friend. And he was like, "Hey, you should come on vacation with us, with me and my wife." They were going on a romantic thing.
And
First one in, like,
his
years.
wife was OP.
Yeah, wife was OP writing about this. They go on vacation, and there's only one bed, and so the husband,
Wife didn't know that Carl was coming too.
And so Carl was like, "No." The husband said, "Can you let Carl sleep in the bed?"
What?
But I can't let you because you can't sleep with Carl in the bed, so it'll just be us two, and you can sleep on the ground.
That story was crazy.
And like, because we don't want Carl to like feel bad, so like we should let him have the bed, but then I don't want you be in the same bed with him. And we're like,
So I'm gonna sleep with Carl,
Yeah.
and then you sleep on the cold
on
floor,
the floor.
sweetie. I love you.
And I think she had planned most of the vacation and the trip
Planned
too.
all of it.
Oh wait, you also forgot.
Wow.
She was asleep on the bed already.
Yeah, they came in.
yeah,
they
yeah,
came
yeah,
in
yeah.
late and woke her up to be like, "Hey, get out of the bed.
Yeah.
We're gonna sleep here. I don't trust you to sleep with Carl, so we're gonna sleep up here, and you can sleep on the floor."
Oh, I lose it.
Yeah,
And ignore any noises that may be occurring while
And didn't
you're-
Carl say something too?
he was sassy. He was saying some sassy stuff. He was like,
Oh yeah, because he was like, "You're like my cigarette," or "You're like my,
What?
literally,
Yeah.
Carl
You're
and
my nicotine."
Yeah, you're my
Carl
nicotine.
had said, I think was Opie's husband said it to Carl or
Yeah.
Carl. Opie's husband said to Carl, "You are my nicotine."
We were like, "If this ain't romantic at all," and we're getting Carl.
You're my
vibes.
nicotine.
You're my nicotine.
He's addicted.
He's addicted to Carl.
He's
To his
addicted.
best friend.
He's addictmatized.
So yeah, this husband sucks.
Yep.
You've only been married for 18 months, and he's already like showing you nothing.
He's turned into JP.
He's JP.
From Love is Blind. But I think JP had a job. JP was a firefighter.
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't even have a job. Oh, he works 2 days a week at the grocery store.
At the grocery store.
He plays video games at the right.
So let's say he worked
hangs out with his
16
boo.
hours a week.
That's
Hangs out with his
crazy.
real boo.
Teenagers, a lot of teenagers work more than that.
Yeah.
I know for sure I did when I was a teenager.
I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
Slave labor.
Like, what do you do when somebody gets this comfortable though? Because it's like they're not going to want to change after this point. He's not looking for a job. She supports him, and she hates it.
You have to do something drastic.
Yeah. But this is why I'm like, before you get married, let's talk about this before. Because I'm sure he didn't switch.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably something he's like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll be different when we get married. I'll look for a job. I promise he said that.
Marriage just magnifies.
He sounds like he
True.
literally hates her, kind of.
He does seem like...
She's an inconvenience to him.
Yeah.
Literally, the waiting 45 minutes in the rain is crazy to me.
Like he's
5 minutes away.
Left her. Knew she was standing outside in the rain, locked
he
out.
don't care about you.
And he just was like, okay, girl.
On the
Bye.
way.
See you later.
Yeah, we'll totally spend today together. Gone before she wakes up. Comes back, ignores her, lays around, plays video games on his
Came
own.
back and left immediately.
Left again.
Ugh.
Not if he clicked the thing, he just drive. He was probably still driving, clicked it, and went up and he drives away.
Pushed her out.
Yeah.
See ya. Oh, you're saying open the door. Yeah.
Yeah, open the door. Help me with the groceries, maybe? He's a
Even the
bad
fact
guy.
she had to walk in the rain to go get groceries because he was gone
I hate this guy.
and she couldn't drive.
I mean, you're not the asshole for barring him. Or
No, I
even
mean-
burying him. I think you
Ban
Maybe,
and bar
maybe you
him.
should
you could
bury him.
in this situation. I'm actually on board with that.
Don't
Yeah.
let that man come back up in that house.
Yeah, that's stressful. I'm kind of tired. I think I need some Starbucks, like this next story.
Was that last word bedroom? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so this one's more peculiar than
Okay.
anything.
We like a peculiar story.
But this one is, am I the asshole for giving a fake name at Starbucks?
No, because a lot of the times people have really eccentric names.
Anyway, am I the asshole for giving a fake name at Starbucks? Okay, so I, 22 male, think this whole thing is ridiculous. But my girlfriend, 21 female, is really angry at me. So here we go. I don't like giving my real name at places like Starbucks and similar stores where they shout out your name when the order's ready. I can't tell you why. I have a normal, reasonably common name. For some reason, it majorly creeps me out when a barista shouts my name through a room full of strangers. I guess it's just, at least to me, a harmless quirk that I have. So whenever I'm at a store where they want your name, I say Tom. Literally the name I use. Nothing inappropriate or outlandish, just plain Tom. I know I'm meant when they call it, and I always use the same name so there's no confusion or anything. They yell Tom, I get my drink and food, and it's never been a problem till now. A couple of days ago, I go to Starbucks with my new girlfriend, ordered our drinks while she sat down. I gave them my fake name as always, and when our order was ready, they shouted Tom. I went and got it. My girlfriend was a bit confused and asked me if I went and got someone else's order, which is fair enough, so I explained the thing to her and thought that's that. But then she got really angry. She says it's really disrespectful to lie like that. And and that I'm making everybody in the store out to be creeps who will do something bad if they know my name, which is not at all what's happening. I just don't like it when they yell my real name. So I found the harmless way to get around it. But she can't see it like that. She thinks I'm a pathological liar who is way too suspicious of everyone, and I need to stop. I really can't see the problem that she has. It's really not that deep. I don't think I'm hurting anyone, or am I? So yeah, I'm really confused by her reaction, and I'm asking myself if I'm the asshole after all for some reason I can't comprehend. So Reddit, am I the asshole for giving a fake name?
No, okay, former barista here. Literally, that's just a way for us to identify people. Like I just want to get your drink out. I don't give two flips.
What's your name?
What's your name? Hurry up and tell me. As long as you're not at the counter like just give me your freaking name, because at the end of the day, I just want to get your drink out so that you can leave.
Wait, did anyone do joke names to you though?
That you could tell.
That I could
you could tell,
tell.
yeah.
I got one. I don't remember what it was though. But
'Cause
it's
would you be mad at
like you don't
that?
really realize until you say it out loud, and you're like, They got me.
Like see more butts.
Yeah.
Seymour Butts?
You got a
It was
Seymour
definitely a
Butts
Seymour
here?
Butt situation. Yeah.
But would you get mad at that? Would you be like immature, or you're just like, I don't care. You gave me this name, and I'm gonna.
You know, okay. No, I wouldn't be mad. No, I wouldn't be mad. There's a different, nothing. I wouldn't be mad.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad. I would just say that.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the girl. Maybe she had a past boyfriend or something who lied, and she's like, "This is the same thing as a slippery slope."
Yeah. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe it was like a trauma response instead of anything.
There was this guy I frequented this coffee shop, and we would just like be there at the same time. Like he was just someone that I would always see at the coffee shop. And I remember one fateful day, I was trying to like get my coffee, and I'm sitting there waiting like for my coffee to be ready. And then he comes up behind me and he's like, "You're SJ, right?" And I'm like, ew, that's weird. So like I get it. Like when people want to use not their name, I get it, because I use my real name, like my entire name, and that was weird to me because I'm like, ew, who are you? Like I don't know you, and you just come up behind me and you're like, "You're SJ, right?" And I'm like,
What way was he saying it? Was he a barista or a random person?
no, he's like another customer.
Yeah.
Oh, was he trying to talk to you or something?
Yes.
Oh.
And I was like,
how'd it go?
ew. I looked at him and I'm like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I see you come here all the time." And I'm like, "I don't like men."
What did he say to that?
We looked at each other for a while. He's like, "Well, can I get you a coffee? Can I get you a coffee sometime?" I just bought my own, actually.
And I just said I don't like men.
But they don't hear that. They don't ever hear that.
They're like, I could change you.
And I'm like,
Give me a chance.
you barely have change in your pocket.
Let alone you're gonna change the world. You can't even got change in your pocket.
Like, and thankfully my drink was ready right after we had that really awkward conversation.
Get that on
I just
there.
love to let the awkwardness breathe sometimes. I'm like,
I feel that.
let's just look at each other.
Yeah.
Because you made it weird. You made it weird.
Because you're like, I haven't had enough of this.
I have had enough.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, that's
It's okay.
weird.
Yeah.
It's just like at Amigos, they stopped doing it now, but they would ask your name at Amigos. I'm like, you're just a fast food restaurant. Like, no other fast food restaurant does this. Why do you do this? And they did it in the drive-thru too.
You want to know why?
Really?
Because they're your friend.
Maybe.
So they need to know.
I don't know why. In the drive-thru was crazy.
Why
though.
do they do that at Chick-fil-A?
That's the name?
For the drive-through.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's probably easier to remember. It's like, okay, it's like multiple ways to check who it is. It's like, okay, it's for Sadia and they have this type of car.
How about we're in the order of that we're going? Like every other fast food place, they've done
Yeah.
this for years.
Well, actually,
And also inside they do it too.
at McDonald's, they would take pictures of the car from the drive-through,
I'm okay with that.
and like
It's
it
weird,
would still
but-
get messed up somehow. Like I had one dude, he would finish his order, and then he just stayed there for like 2 minutes. 3 more cars passed by him. And I was like, bro, where is this guy at? Because it was like one of those drive-thrus where you can't like
With the
pass
two?
anybody.
Is it with the two?
It was the two that went into one, but the one lane was so narrow. It was, never mind. I almost said the address. It was like two going to one, and then the one line is just so narrow that no one could pass.
What's the establishment?
McDonald's.
Okay.
I
Was it
hate
like
those
was it
two
like a
ones.
curbed driveway too?
Yeah.
So like you couldn't drive up and
Yeah, you couldn't drive around the person in front of you. So it's like, did he just disappear in the line? Like I was freaking out.
Those two ones, like every place seems to do it now. And you're like, there's that Runza.
can I come in?
The
Can you let
Runza
me
by
in?
Maddie's house, where it's like,
Oh,
you're
that's
like,
a
I
good one.
gotta, I'm trying to whip in because that outside one, they're like,
Yeah.
and it seems like whoever taking the order on the outside one is they're whipping them
Yes.
out. And the inside person's like, so do you want, I'm like, I see, they've
Yeah.
helped so many people. And I'm like, trying to get my car in. They're like, no. It breeds distrust and anger at these things. And
It
then
always
he's
makes me nervous when you like have to like merge in because you're just like,
like, you're like, hmm?
you're like, I'm relying on you to let me in.
Right. We're gonna get our food. We'll both get it. Just let me.
It's a matter of minutes
Yeah.
difference. But I did order before you, so let me in.
Yeah, let me get in.
Yeah.
So
I heard them say, "Here's your number," and then go, and then yours was.
yeah, you were still ordering. You were
You
literally
were
still ordering.
saying something, so I have to go first.
So I'm just trying to inch in, just to let you know, like I'm ready.
Uh,
And
I'll
then
do a double tap on a bumper for real. Just to let them feel me that I'm there. Feel that I'm there.
all right, well, let's go on to this
sheesh.
final story, okay?
A final check of sorts.
Oh,
I think it's like 4 and then 3 seconds.
Yeah.
am I the asshole for showing everybody what my ex wrote on his final check to me?
On his final check?
Probably like child support.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like in the memo?
In the memo. People still writing checks out
What
here?
was the memo?
I am.
You are?
Girl, you writing checks?
What you
Yeah.
writing checks for?
Paper trail.
I'm trying not to have a paper trail. I don't need people to know what I'm into.
About to give you a paper trail.
Wait, you're going to give us checks?
Yeah.
I hate that. We can't set up a direct deposit situation?
No, I'm not tech savvy. I'm pretty, you know, I'm not
You're not
a
tech
person.
savvy?
Hmm?
Has anybody else seen the production or?
She's very tech savvy. There's just certain things she isn't tech savvy about.
Certain things I am like, I'll just, you know, I'll go I heard paper is the way to go because it's like
I'll
you
just
have
No,
write a
that's literally
check.
the opposite of every message in the world. Paper is not the way to go.
paper doesn't burn. So it's like, it'll always be there. It's like cement.
Paper does
The internet is
does
forever.
burn?
The internet.
If you say the internet is forever, but I swear to God, my Dropbox keep getting deleted. So I'm like, I'm getting hurt
It's out
because
there
I'm playing
somewhere.
myself. So I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Anyway, that was
We'll talk about this
personal.
off
That
the
was personal.
podcast. We'll definitely talk about this off.
So am I the asshole for showing everybody what my ex wrote on his final check to me? I, 51 female, divorced my ex-husband, 53 male, 7 years ago. We were married for 14 years and had 3 kids together, 22 male, 22 female, and 18 female. I was a stay-at-home mom and I suffered from constipation that while...
I'm sorry. That's a troubled life.
Wait.
I literally don't wish constipation on anybody. It sucks.
I've never
It does
heard anything. I was a stay-at-home mom.
It just... I'm not laughing at the constipation. I'm laughing at the fact that was the second line.
Yeah.
Like,
It better play into the story because
I
that's just
really-
you getting off
If you
your
just
chest.
say that,
That's
I
just you
really
getting
don't know how those two went together.
She needed to tell somebody.
you don't care that you're constipated.
so...
That's her characteristic. That's a personality
Fiber.
trait of her.
I was a stay-at-home mom and I suffer from constipation that, while doctors say isn't IBS, has definitely made me suffer from joint and back pain when I eat things like dairy or any other food sensitivities. We live in New Jersey and the judge made it so that child support and alimony would end at the same time. I had a lot of issues in my marriage, but at the very least, I had 3 great kids that I love who love me. My ex has been very bitter, saying I should have wanted counseling even though I was completely neurotypical and it was him suffering from depression. He also discredited my want for a divorce by saying I was acting out of emotion and asked me to take a step back and think, and if I hadn't been thinking before. He was also working 12-hour days and overtime. I was the one taking care of and giving the kids what they needed. My son now has graduated college and is a genius. He has his own app development company and makes more than my ex and I could ever dream of making in a year.
That's awesome.
My 22-year-old daughter has a degree in nursing and is married and is marrying her fiance, who comes from money, so she's set as well.
Oh, I would love to be rich.
However, as for me, I've been suffering from menopause and backaches, and a lot of the entry-level jobs that would hire me would leave me in pain and exhausted. That hasn't stopped my ex from griping and dismissing my real pains. Long story short, he sent my last child support check and alimony check. In the memo of the alimony line,
No.
in the alimony check, he wrote, "Freedom. Good luck then." It was such a mockery to the health issues that I've suffered and all that I put into the family. I showed my friends and they agreed that he's still a blunt, daft individual. My 18-year-old was there and she said she couldn't believe he thought of her that way. Then my older kids found out through screenshots, and because of my health issues, my son has been sending me $3,000 a month while my ex sends me 2.5 plus what's needed for our youngest daughter. He spent a lot of his childhood with unmarried parents and resents the fact that my ex proposed to his girlfriend, 48 female, after only 2 years. He called his dad a bastard and said he and my 22-year-old would always help me out. He's also been saying that he'd make up for what I'd lose for my ex because he could afford $5.5K. But he told me my ex has been telling him to save money and only send me under $2,000. My ex is now backtracking and saying he only wrote it on my check, but the kids are not amused. He invited them to his wedding, but my 22-year-old said she might be better off just focusing on her own wedding and that she'd help out too if I needed it. Am I the asshole for blasting him when he clearly wrote it to be seen?
How long were they divorced?
For 7 years ago.
Oh my gosh. I don't think so. That's dragging it out. 7 years. Get over it. Just do what you're supposed to do, and you don't need to. That was unnecessary to add.
I thought he was going to say something about constipation. That's all. When you were first reading, I was like, oh no, he's going to say something about constipation or something. But it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least it turns out she has great kids who are doing really well for themselves. So them wanting to take care of their mom is just just something that a lot of kids have where they're like, I want to take care of you.
At 22, they're able to do this.
And the fact that they're like, it's literally not a burden. Me being able to help you out.
Yeah.
And all the other siblings are willing to do it too. We will take care of you.
Was his son in a relationship?
I think he said he was. I was kind of confused, as you could tell. I was reading.
Why did you want to?
I'm single.
Oh my God.
You got a bag. You're not the only one who want to marry Rick.
We're going to chase the bag.
Yeah, I'll chase it.
That's why you go on Big Brother and marry the winner, Sam. Sam, watch out, dude.
Please don't start another feud, please.
Well, this is
Maybe
our first episode. She left me hanging, and now.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I had to call it out. I was
Really?
like,
Okay.
don't forget my cousin.
Yeah.
So it's just last episode.
We made up.
Woo!
Wait, yeah.
Wow.
We're getting so good at it.
It's pretty solid.
You guys have timed it down to a T. That's crazy.
Yeah, I started counting. I was like, I need to know when it happens.
Well, that's it.
That's
What?
it? That's all?
Are you serious?
That's it.
That's
it
all she
for
wrote.
this experience.
For this fun experience.
I just want to say shout out to Steph, the cameraman, the
Steph.
chef,
Cameraman.
everything.
Chef Steph.
The man who just randomly comes in and gives advice to
Yeah.
6th man of the year right there.
He's also shouting. He's shouting too.
That actually was him
now
clapping.
He's dancing. What is he doing? Okay.
He's handstanding.
Oh, that's a handstand. Backflips. He's doing backflips.
Wait, he's hitting the crack in the glass.
No. Okay. No.
Oh no.
Steph.
Oh no,
No.
he just fell.
No.
I guess that's how we end it.